So you have rescued your photos from your albums, digitized them, and they are safely backed up. But what now for all those prints if you are not ready to say goodbye and throw them out? Taking your photos out of your albums is a great way to save space and stop those albums from damaging your photos. Because, in case you didn't know, those albums are not great for your photos. The acids in the albums are damaging your photos. But once you have that stack of photos, what on earth do you do with them? Well, I am here to help you with some of my top tips on how to store your printed photos. Storage materials. The first thing is to use the right storage materials. For photos, don't stack your photos as this can put pressure on them and damage them, which we clearly don't want. Instead, go for a box or store them flat in an album, but you want to use those that are acid-free and lignin-free, so archival quality paper or plastic. It is best to avoid using materials that contain dyes or recycled materials, as these can damage your photos over time. When it comes to plastics, there is always a question as to whether they are safe. Well, the answer is yes, if you use the right one. There are inert plastics, so they will not off-gas and damage your photos. You are looking for plastics made from polyester, polyethylene or polypropylene, and that have passed the photographic activity test, or PAT, which is a measure of their archival qualities. Putting into storage. Once you have the right storage, it's now time to put all your lovely photos into their new archival storage home. But here there are a few things to do while you do it. So, remove extra materials from your photos, such as paper clips or staples, that will deteriorate and can cause damage over time. If there is tape on a photo, try to carefully remove it if it flakes off easily. Otherwise, store this item in its own enclosure so it doesn't stick to another image. Also, unfold and flatten papers so they are stored flat, if you can, as creases will weaken the paper and make them more likely to tear and rip. Finally, create a list or label each box with what's in it and a short description of what's involved. It will not only help you find stuff, but will keep your legacy clear and safe. If you're going to go all out and label your photos on the back, then use a soft pencil or acid-free labels. And avoid sticky notes for long-term storage, as the adhesive on that sticky note can damage your photos. Location. Now you have your photos safely tucked up in their new storage, you need to put them in a safe spot that will keep them happy. The best way to think about it is your photos are happy where you are happy. So, would you be happy stuck in your basement or attic? Nope. Your photos like to live where you live. The best place is on a high shelf in the main part of the house, away from water. Put them in an area that will avoid regular changes in temperature and relative humidity, between 35 and 55% if you need to worry about that kind of thing. Oh, and obviously, store them in locations that are free from insects and rodents. Once your photos are all tucked up and safe, it's always a good idea to check on them regularly to keep an eye out for signs of damage so you can change your storage or get the damage repaired. So there you have it, my top tips for storing your photos. Do you know any other great tips for storing your photos? Leave them in the comments below. Are you struggling to actually start organising your photos and videos? Don't know where to start? I have put together a simple, straightforward, quick start guide to organising your photos that you can access through the links below. So click through and I will see you there. If you enjoyed this video, then why not go ahead with a like and a share, and go ahead with a subscribe. Have fun rediscovering your memories. I'll see you in my next video.